Hey Card Pack, this is Justin Holiday of the Indiana Pacers. Welcome to the Sports Card Consultant Show. First of all, you better get my rookie card. It's gonna blow up. Second, thanks for supporting the show and being awesome. Enjoy.
Hey, what's up, Card Pack? Today we're going to be looking at the hottest selling basketball cards. The top 10 hottest selling basketball cards, actually. So the ones that had the most sales in the last week. And there's an interesting takeaway from this one for sure. Several interesting takeaways. So you want to stick around to see that. I want to remind you I'm doing the NFL Prizm Cello Pack giveaway. To enter that, all you need to do is click the link in the description, the podcast link, and leave a review. Just leave a review on the podcast and you are entered. I'm going to draw the winner live. I'm going to randomly pick the winner live on the channel on March 8th. So hop on in there. Not that many people have left ratings yet, so you got a pretty good chance of winning this pack, that's for sure. Also want to remind you that I just launched the Delta Factor, which is my course on sports card investing, because I get questions from people all the time asking me, all right, well, how do you find these cards? Most people are just buying what everyone else is buying, and I did that too when I first started. But over time, I really developed some different skills and methods, which I call a Delta Factor method, to find undervalued sports cards that have a high probability of going up. And it's not something I can just answer in a simple question. It's something that I show in this, about 7, 8 videos, 6 to 7, maybe 8 videos, about 3-4 hours of content showing you how I do this. I do this every single day. And I went back through my sports cards over the last few months, and I realized I have like a 83+% hit rate. And actually, even the ones that I'm not calling hits yet are just because I still think they're going to go up. They just haven't gone up yet because not all my plays are like quick flip type stuff, not even close. But anyway, so go ahead and hop in there. I got a special product launch price here. So this is really teaching you how to fish. And if you want to get me to just hand you fish, that's the Sports Card Society. With the Sports Card Society, it's just $9.99 a month. And by the way, with the Delta Factor, if you buy the course, you get 1 free month of the Sports Card Society. But the Sports Card Society is just $9.99 a month or $99 a year. I'm actually going to be raising the price after tomorrow. But you can lock in this price if you want to get in. What I do is I make an exclusive video almost every day for my members outlining a sports card investment opportunity that I found that I think is really good and has a high probability of going up and is undervalued. And then it's only about a 5-minute video that I'll put out because I'll show the card and then I'll show all my reasoning as to why and what I think is going to happen with it and what I plan on doing with it. Do I plan to quick flip it? Do I plan to hold it long term? Is it a midterm hold? What is it? Anyway, so here's some examples. Back in January, we were buying this Michael Jordan here for $27, for around $25, $30 really. And today it's going for, almost 90. It was going for over 100. We got this chipper in January for around 70, 80 bucks. Today it's going for almost 200. We got this Coby rookie here for around 160, 170 bucks. Today it's going for 450, 550. And then this LeBron here, 2008 PSA 9, we're getting it for around 150 bucks. I was going to say around 150 bucks what we were getting it for in January. And today it's going for, over 600 bucks. And these are just some examples. So join the Sports Card Society. Links in the description, sportscardsociety.com. Lock in that price before I raise it because I'm going to be raising the price after tomorrow. And also, members also get access to my resources. And one of them allows them to get 20-day PSA grading for just $25. If you go on the PSA website, it's $50. This is the only one you can really buy. And they took it away. This was called 25-day grading, but they took it away because they can't even guarantee that. And then also the Society gets 5-day grading for $70. This was formerly called here on PSA 15-day for $75. So a lot of good stuff there. And we have a private Discord group with the Society too. Excellent group of people. That alone is worth more than the price of admission, no doubt about it. A lot of great investors in there. It's just a great community. Lots of good people are there to answer questions, share what they're doing. It's awesome. It really is. Anyway, so let's dive into the content. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. What are you doing? And click that bell so you get notified when I come out with a new video because timing is everything in the sports card market. And I'd really, really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button. Let's dive in. So I'm here in the Market Movers tool. I went to sales volume by card, basketball, PSA 10 over the last 7 days. Because I do this, I look at this periodically because I want to know what cards are selling the most, what individual cards. And it looks like number one at the top of the list is the LaMelo Ball 2020 Hoops. And that's a raw card. I don't know why that should not have came up because I searched for PSA 10s. Let me pull this up again. There we go. But that raw card had 300 some sales. Nonetheless, I'm not interested in buying raws really too often. Not looking at them on these charts anyways. Because I want to see what the graded cards are going for before I ever think about buying any raws. So number one on the list is actually Luka Doncic 2018 Prizm. 181 sales on the week, down 2.7%. Let's pull that up on a chart and take a look. This card has kind of been floating around this $1,300 range for a bit. So it started the week at $1,368, latest sale of $1,306. Let's pull this back 30 days. Because Luka, this card in particular, is really the compass, is really the indicator of what's going on in the young guy market in basketball. Where LeBron is also an indicator. I'd say Giannis is an indicator, depending on on what kind of age range of player you're looking at. You know, the younger guys that are 1 to 4 years in, Luka is the guy indicating what's going on in that market. I'd say the guys after that are Giannis, and then maybe Steph, but his rookies are just so limited that he's a hard one to gauge. And then of course LeBron. Anyways, Luka, this Prizm's got a pop count of 16,034. If you don't know what pop count means, it just means how many exist. So this card in the grade PSA 10 means there are 16,034 currently available. That number will continue to rise. So 30 days ago, this card was about $1,600. Dipped down to a low of about $1,284 on the 10th of February. Hit $1,283 on the 19th. Looks like we had a little spike up there, and now it's coming back down to $1,300. I just don't see this card really going much lower than $1,300, even though I don't expect the Mavs to make the playoffs. It's Luka. It's his Prizm. $1,500 a best offer. I just don't see it going any lower than this. So I think if you want to buy the Luka Prizm, I think this is probably where you buy it at. So I'll leave a link in the description for this one. Am I buy, selling, or holding this? I'm not selling it. I'm either holding or buying this one. So I'll leave a link up for that one. I'd probably try to get it for $1,350 or less. But anyways, I'll leave a link in the description for this one because I think this one's worth taking a look at. Next is Trae Young, 2018 Prizm. So that's his rookie, 143 sales on the week, down 4.9%. Now this card hit all the way up to, I believe, at its peak, around $800, I believe, right when the season kicked off. So at the beginning of the week, this card was $446, hit a high of $478. Now the latest sale was $418. Pop count of 8586. Get it, Trey? I have one of these, not in PSA 10. I actually have an SGC 9.5 that I think I'm going to crack the case and send it in to PSA to see what kind of grade I get. Even if it comes back to PSA 9, that's probably at least about the same value as an SGC 9.5, but I think there's a good chance I get a 10. The centering just looks that's my only thing about that card is the centering. I'm just not sure if it's going to get into the 10 realm, but I think it'll at least get to the 9 realm. Let's pull this one back 60 days. So I want to see where the height of this one was. The height of this one looks like it was, 823, and that was on the 6th of January. It also hit 817 on the 2nd of January, had a nice dip down to the 19th to 548, and has kept going down. It seems to be leveling out, though, because you can see on this chart the kind of deceleration, the decline speed, the decline acceleration, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like it's kind of going more flatter now. Sure, there's a bit of a dip there, but it's really kind of like holding its way over. I don't know how much lower this one goes either. And I think I don't know why Trae wasn't put in any level of the All-Star game. I think he's getting snubbed right now, but he's probably one of the best offensive players in the league. Defense sucks. But offense-wise, very, very good. Would I buy, sell, or hold this? I wouldn't be selling it. I'd either be holding it or buying it. The Hawks still might make the playoffs. Let me pull it up on eBay, see what she's going for. 500 OBO, 499. So it looks like there's a lot of people willing to wheel and deal because they got those numbers up there and then OBO. So you might be this card as low as $400. So I'll put a link to that in the description too, because I'd either be buying or holding that one. Next, number 3 on the list, Zion. That's just so funny. The top 3 are like kind of like the top 3 you would think. Right? And then Zion, his 2019 Prizm, 123 sales on the week, up 2.2%. Let's chart it. Also, I got my phone over here beside me because I'm in line waiting to get one of those Top Shot packs. Right now I'm number 43,771, and the line was paused forever. It doesn't look like it's paused anymore. We'll see. I've been on this thing since 10 in the morning. It's after 1 o'clock now. So, pot committed, baby. Pop count on this card, the Zion, 15,627. That will continue to rise. Started the week at 611, then went up to 642, then down to 603, then up to 675, then down to 626. Let's pull this one back 60 days. By the way, what I'm doing here, this is kind of like when I talk about the delta factor, like it's my method to finding stuff. And I go much, much deeper than this. What you're seeing here are kind of the beginnings of what I do. And then I dive much, much deeper into the data and start comparing players and comparing different cards and pop counts and all this stuff. And it's really served me very, very well. Anyway, so that's the delta factor. If you want that link is in the description. By the way, if you like this market movers tool that I'm using here, like if you're into sports card investing, you have to have this tool. You can't do it without it. The amount of time that you would spend going to 130 point and going to eBay and looking at sales and the confusion you would get trying to keep even the numbers straight. You just extremely handicap yourself not having this. This thing makes me a lot of money, saves me from making a lot of mistakes, saves me a lot of time, saves me a lot of headaches, and it's just kind of fun to use, I think. Kind of hits that math nerd in me. But I'll put the link for this in the description too for the Market Movers tool. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. So this Zion card was at 932 to start the basketball season on the 29th of December. Went down to a low of 543 it looks like, but it looks like it's been slowly ticking back up. So I think that we are past the bottom of this one. And Zion's been impressive. I mean, he's been as billed. With that being said, I haven't really bought many Zions until, well, recently. Because I felt like the hype for him was just too goddamn high. Like, no one can live up to that. He'd have to win the finals in his first year to live up to that hype. And so he was just overpriced, even though he's really good. And he's showing how good he is, but his prices have finally come down, and I think an equilibrium has been met where his prices actually match where they should be. So I'll say right now, I'm a buy on this one. I'm a buy, I'm a hold, I'm not selling this. I'm a buy for sure on this one. Let's pull it up on eBay. Yep, we're sitting here looking at some. A lot of auctions, 691. That's not 675. What did we say that last one sold for? Well, there's one that sold for 675 2 days ago, and yesterday one sold for 626. So 675 doesn't scare me. Looks like these are ticking back up. There's a 700 OBO or best offer. Probably get that one for 650 or less. I see a lot of opportunity there. Pop count's high, that's true, but at this price, I feel like that's probably about right. And now it's ticking back up, and my guess is it will kind of continue to tick back up. Although I don't know if the Pelicans will make the playoffs. This is a card I wouldn't be looking to quick flip. I mean, maybe you can, maybe you buy it and sell it in a couple months at a higher price, and then buy it back later. Maybe it goes lower in the off season. But I just think this is Zion rookie card deeply on sale, and this is the kind of thing that I'd buy and just hold on to. So I'll put a link to that one in the description also. Number 4, let's get moving. Michael Porter Jr., 2018 Prizm, 81 sales on the week, up 12%. This would be one, I'll take a look at the chart here. I'll give you my first thought is this isn't something I'd want to hold long term, but this might be something to buy and flip as we get closer to the playoffs, because the Nuggets will most likely make the playoffs, and that will positively affect every player on that team's cards. Pop count of 3,062. Let me pull this one back 30 days to see what it looks like. We got to pick this video up here. Yep, it's been going down, but now it's starting to pop up. And then kind of rainbowing back down to 197. Got up to a high of 228 on the 24th. I don't know. I mean, this is a speculative buy. I don't think I'm going to put this in the description as a buy. I think this would be one with this. If you can get it up, sell it up here. I don't know where you bought it at, but I'd probably be a hold, just a straight up hold on this one, because I think that it'll continue up until they get closer to the playoffs. Because it seems like the Nuggets will make the playoffs, and I would probably flip it right around the beginning of the playoffs and take my profits and run. Ja Morant. 2019 Prizm, so that's his Rook, 80 sales on the week, down 8.3%. Let's chart it. Goodness gracious. All right, started the week at 480, had a low sale of 413, and last sale of 440. Pop count of 13,800. Let's pull him back 60 days. This is interesting because the Grizz, I don't know if they end up making the playoffs. Ja has not been having since he came back from his injury, he has not been averaging the number of points I thought he would average. I hoped he would average. This is funny, right? See these two peaks right here on the 21st of January and the 25th? Like, these are when he wasn't playing. The power of not playing, I am telling you, is amazing. But he's been ticking down. If you like Ja, this may be a good time to buy it. I don't know, though. I just don't know if I'm a buy on this right now. I like Ja. I really do. What are they selling at? I mean, it just seems ridiculous not to buy it for $400. 13,800 pop count. It's ridiculous. I think I might be just a straight up hold on this card because the Grizz don't look so good. 479 or best offer. 45 or best offer. 450 or best offer. You know, if someone can sell this to me for $400 or less, I feel like I have to take it. So I'll put a link to that in the description. I'd buy it at that I'd be holding. I wouldn't be selling this one. Most of these on this list are going down, and I don't want to sell them while they're going down. These are good players. LeBron James, 2019 Prizm, next on the list, 71 sales in the week, down 8.6%. Let's pull up the chart. Pop count of 71.18, started the week at 92, low sale of 85, low sale and last sale of 83. This is a card that I've looked at many times. I am not buying this. I am not holding this. I am selling this. With that being said, maybe this isn't the best time to sell. But if this card goes up, when this goes over $110, I'm selling it. I'm getting out. As they get closer to the playoffs, Lakers are going to make the playoffs. Lakers are going to look good in the playoffs. People are going to want this card, so this would probably be a hold. But honestly, I've been through this card before. I've had it. I have it, and I'm looking to sell it. And when it gets to maybe $125, I'm out. I wouldn't be buying this card. All right, I'd be holding it or selling it. Probably hold it and sell it a bit later as we get closer to the playoffs, actually get to the playoffs. Next on the list is another Zion. It's his 2019 Mosaic, 67 sales on the week, down 5.9%. Started the week at 168, had a low sale of 148, last sale of 158, pop count of 52.14. I'm going to pull this one back 60 days and take a look-see look. Hey, I'm under 40,000 now in the Top Shot line. By the way, if you're still watching this video, smash that like button, baby. This card 60 days ago was 208, got up to a high of 223. That would be on New Year's Eve. Hit bottom, looks like, of about 135. Wow. PSA 10. Pop count of 52.14, 1/3 of his Prizm. And overall, it looks, sure, it said it's down, but when I look at the chart, it looks to me like overall this card's actually slightly going up because you see down here on the 15th, it was at 147, and then it went up to 168 on the 20th, and then it ticked down to 148 on the 23rd, but then it started going back up again. So on the 15th, it's 147. On the 23rd, it's 149. So higher highs, higher lows. That's a stock market thing. That's just really a market thing. It tells you how the market feels about an asset. And this is the first time he's starting to get higher highs and higher lows from where he was the previous, 2, 3, 4 weeks. And plus the Prizm that we looked at showed the same kind of trend. I feel like Zion's starting to trend up, and this seems like probably a really good time to get in. This is a lower price than his Prizm and a lower pop count. I don't know about $4.99 there, buddy. What are we looking for? We want to get this thing for definitely under $200. 179. Okay, 175. Okay. 199 or best offer, 179 or best offer. Definitely going to put a link in the description to this one because I'd be buying this one. The trends, this is why you need the Market Movers tool. Link in description. Use code SOCIETY, 20% off your first month of your first year, whichever subscription you choose. This is why you need this because I can just look at this and I can see, oh, all right, I can see what the market is starting to feel about this card. It's starting to go back up. And that also makes sense with what I've been hearing about Zion. People are talking. When I watch SportsCenter, when I watch, First Take, when I watch, pardon the interruption, everybody's saying Zion looks really good. He looks really, really damn good. He looks as advertised. And that's what literally everybody's saying. And you know what that does to the market? That builds confidence. And now this confirms that. All of that tells me Zion right now seems to be a buy in general. So I will definitely leave a link to that one in the description because I am a buy on that one. Next, Deandre Ayton, 2018 Prizm, 64 sales on the week, down 8.3%. Let's pull up the chart. Started the week at 111, had a high sale of 127, a low sale of 86, and the latest sale of 102. Pop count of 2861. He is a big man. They're a pretty good team. They'll make the playoffs, I believe. And I just don't want to buy it. I just don't. I mean, you can see his charts is kind of just going down. Deandre Ayton's not that exciting of a player. He's a big man. I'm just not buying it. If you have it, I'd probably hold it and sell it in the playoffs. But I'm not buying that. Coby White, 2019 Prizm, 59 sales on the week, down 14.2%. Now, I think the Bulls have been doing better than we expected overall. This card started the week at 100, had a high sale of 103, and its latest sale, which is also its lowest sale, of 86. Pop count of 5568. Let's pull it back 60 days and see what this sucker looks like. Waiting for it to load. Hey, I'm at 35,000 in the line. It's starting to move on the Top Shot line. Yeah, this card's been doing nothing but going down over the last 60 days, really. So I'm not buying this. Not buying it. I'm either holding or selling. I feel like I'm just going to hold it. I feel like you probably, depending on where you bought it at, I think it's going to continue going down. If you got it for $50 and right now it's going for 90, sell it, in my opinion. Your decision's your decision. That's just my opinion. And then if you want, you can buy it back later for less and take your profits. That's what I would do. Next, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, another guy that's actually been getting some love, and he's actually really up. His 2018 Prizm, which is his rookie, 55 sales on the week, up 28.1%. Shai Gilgeous has looked really good this year. He's on a small market team. They're not exactly real competitive, but he looks damn good. I really like him. Let's see, pop count of 1938. Started the week at 213, had a low sale of 189, and the last sale, which is also his highest sale, of 252. Let's pull him back 60 days. Waiting for it to load. See, he's really started to tick up. 311. To start 60 days ago, had a high of 337 on New Year's Day. Then dipped down pretty quickly to 236. Had a lowest sale, which was on the Valentine's Day, of 205. The day after Valentine's Day, for 185. And now he's been ticking back up. Latest sale going for 252. Let's look him up on eBay and see what kind of prices we got. 349, 275 or best offer. And again, fairly low pop count. 1938 for his 2018 Prizm, which is his rookie card. 275 or best offer. Another one. Okay. You probably get these for under 250, some of them. Plus there's some auctions going on. He's trending pretty well right now. Let me just make sure OKC isn't where they are in the standings. Okay, where are we here? Oh, whoops. Okay, they are solidly out. They're not out of it, but they're back. And plus, it's going to be a play-in type of thing for 7 through 10. So if they can make their way into 10, they got a shot to get to the playoffs, and that can certainly bump up the cards. So that's going to be interesting, too, because it's not just about making the playoffs. It's even if you get into the play-in, which 7 through 10 is going to play in, the 2 winning teams get the 7th and 8th seed. So I guess Thunder could do that. They could at least be in that, and that's going to build some hype. So to me, I like Shai, and there's a lot of good talk going on about him right now. It's quite a jump from 5 days ago, 189 to 250. As much as I like it, I don't think I'm buying. I think there's probably going to be a little bit of a dip to maybe 225, and then I'd be a buyer. Well, so with that being said, actually maybe I will leave a link for him in the description. If you can come in here with, like this one right here that's saying on eBay, this listing that's 275 or best offer, if you can get them to take 225, I'd feel pretty good about that. So I'd be buying at 225, but nothing above that. I'd probably be, depending on where you got in at, you may want to sell if your profits are good there, or you may want to hold it as we get closer to the playoffs. But I believe that's the end of the list. Yep. So Shai, Coby, DeAndre, Zion, LeBron, Ja, Michael Porter, Zion again, Trae, and Luka at the top of the list in terms of sales. Luka having 181 at the top, Shai having 55 down at the bottom. So this is a really important thing to look at in sports cards because it tells you what people are, what they're buying and what they're buying the most of. Shouldn't be surprising that the 2018 Luka, that's probably one of the most liquid cards there is. And it's sitting about stagnant. It's been sitting around that 1,300 for a while. I think eventually it starts going back up. So I'll put a link in the description for the cards I think are worth taking a look at. And if you want to join the society, I'm going to be raising the price after tomorrow. That's me handing you fish. If you want to learn how I fish and how I find the sports cards, that's the Delta Factor. That's when I teach you how I fish anyways. You know the saying, right? Give a man a fish, eats for a day, teach him to fish, eats for a lifetime. So that's what the Delta Factor is. Plus, you get a free month of the society with the Delta Factor. And you get another bonus, too. You get a year access to the Discord group, which I was very hesitant to put that in there because, that's for society members only. But for a little while here, I'm going to let people get a year access to the private Discord group. And that group is fantastic. It really is. That is a great community filled with very good sports card investors, and there's lots of questions and good discussions that go on in there. It's really great. But this Market Movers tool, if you're in sports card investing, you got to have it. Link in description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year. Follow the channel. Click the bell. Smash the like button. If you want to enter the giveaway for the NFL Prizm Cello Pack, click the podcast link in the description and go leave a review. That's all you got to do. I'll be drawing that winner on March 8th. Stay classy. You are awesome, Card Pack.